Hello, this is Katie Spence with the Montana Environmental Information Center, and I just wanted to give you a quick demo of our new bill tracker and some of the features that you might find most helpful. So the page will look pretty similar to what our tracker is now. This is still in demo mode, so it's going to look a little different for you when it's finally live. But we have this great action center, and you can see that there are a few navigation buttons at the top. I'll go through them right now. On our homepage, we have our key actions and issues. So these are items that we've set up, we've prioritized and identified as really important that we need your help on. So for example, SB 260 is a radical takings bill, and we've set up some information surrounding this bill and the actions that you can do to help us fight it. We'll come back to this, but I just want to show you what else is on this homepage. You can see we have a few prioritized actions, and then under our issues are a few more of our priorities. So lots of bad bills this session means we need a lot of help. Hopefully this will make it easier. However, if we keep going down, you'll see a few other options. We have a form set up to message the Senate and a form set up to message the House. So you can use these to message everyone in those two areas at the same time. I will point out that these forms are set up to send messages on topics related to environment, just by default. And then we also have a compose your own message to state and federal representatives. And it's based on address. So you put in your address, and I'll just show you this really quickly. And you can see that I can send a message to any or all of my representatives at the same time through this form. And you can send this on anything you'd like. You know, it has a topic chooser, just like these individual websites do. So if you are in the habit of emailing your senators, what you can do is you can come to our website now and send them both the same email at the same time. And these emails come straight from you. They don't come from MEIC. Your information will be populated over here on the left. And so your representatives will receive a message from you. This is just a form. So this is a really great tool that you can use to message any and all of your representatives at once. It all lives in this spot, so you don't have to visit each of these folks' websites individually. So let's go back and check out that action. So let's say, oh, 260, that sounds pretty bad. Let's learn more. We can click learn more here, and it also shows up here in a tab. So there are there's an article linked to, there's a Wikipedia page. If we had a fact sheet, you would find that fact sheet here. We also like to link to Montana written newspaper articles or other media. Here's the bill that is related to this action. So we do a little research and we're like, okay, this sounds like a pretty bad bill. What can I do? So let's click take action. And we want to review our information. This is all the information that a web messaging form for one of these folks would give. And this populates my local representatives based on my address. And so what we have here is a subject line of an email that I can edit if I so desire. We have a pre-written email with some key points in there. And maybe I want to add a personal story in here, or take something else out that I don't think is relevant or isn't in my voice. You can edit these messages however you'd like. We just put in some information to get you started. All right, I'm going to press send, and because this is in demo mode, it's not actually sending, but I do get a thank you message. It says, thank you for taking action on this issue. If you emailed a message, you'll receive an emailed copy of your message. So you won't have to worry about whether or not you can save that message or not. And then there's some more actions we can take. We can share this to social media. There's a whole bunch of options, including 181 more places to share this if we would like. We can click letter to the editor. and it shows the newspapers within 50 miles of my address. Usually we can edit the subject and we can edit this letter. So again, you can make it more personal, you can add your own wording. We just like to get you started to give you some stuff to work with. And then you would press send. And again, this message comes from you. It doesn't come from MEIC. We can share this with a friend. You put your email in, up to 5 of your friend or family's email addresses. And then again, there is a subject line that you can edit, and you can add a personalized message, as well as sending yourself a copy if you would like. And then if you have a website and you want to add an action box, like this one to the left, to your website, you would copy and paste this code below. And if you need help with this, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'd love to work with you to get one of these action boxes onto your website. All right. And we have a little checkbox there for having taken that action. We can tweet at our representatives who have Twitter. Some of these have pre-populated tweets and some of them are blank canvases for you to add your own message to. And then we can make phone calls. So we'll have everybody on this messaging list will be listed individually with their phone number, as well as talking points. So you can use these to kind of guide the points that you want to make in the call. And when you're done, we ask that you check these boxes and let us know that you're done calling. And that just helps our system know that people are taking action and contacting their legislators. And we can also see which legislators haven't been contacted and try to encourage more engagement with those folks. And once you've taken actions, you can see little check boxes to let you know that you have done some work. And that's it. That's how easy it's going to be to help us in the second half of the session. We'll get a lot of stuff set up for you and then have it all live in one place. So I just want to go through a couple of these other tabs to let you know what's on them and how you can use them. So on this directory tab, we can use it to find our elected officials. So if I put my address in, I see my federal elected officials and I can message them. And I also see my state elected officials and I can message them. What I also can do is I can click on Montana and I can see federal officials, state executives, and then state and House members. I can view all the members of the Senate, all of the committees, or go to the Senate website. If I wanted to look at Senate committees, I could click that list, and it does pull up both House and Senate. And let's see who's on the Senate Finance and Claims Committee. And so we can go here and just at a glance see who's on this committee. It will list the majority members on the left and the minority members on the right. And let's click in and check out someone's profile. So this is Pat Flowers' profile. He has a link to Facebook page. This is a link to message this senator. And then this is a link to his legislature website. There's a toggle between addresses. And then some of them have some bio information. So for example, this one shows politics, military, next election, and how much of the vote they got in the last election. Other folks I've seen their profession and education information listed as well. And then from here, we can see all the committees that Pat Flowers is on. So very handy. Our next tab is bills. So right now our bills are sorted by category, and there's a lot of them on this list. I think there's 42 bills we're tracking, and then we have all of our tabled and dead bills listed as well. So it's a long list. But you can see at a glance that the bill's name is listed, the status, how many sponsors it has, when it was introduced, and MEIC's stance on this bill. going to scroll a little bit and see we have water and fossil fuels. And let's jump into this bill. So this is one of our highest priorities for the second half for the 2021. You can see at a glance that we oppose this bill. These are our comments as well as our staff contact listed. And then this information is automatically pulled from the legislature website. We have an action associated with this bill, so you can click take action right here, and it would be a very similar process to what I showed you with SB 260, where you can message folks and tweet at them and share with friends and fill out a letter to the editor. You can see that this bill is sponsored by Steve Gunderson. Here are all the actions that have been taken in regards to this bill. And then here's the legislature website, so you can go straight to the source and learn more information about it. So pretty similar to our website, except everything kind of lives more in one place. Our next tab is votes. So we have all of our 2019 bills that we tracked in here. So you can see what votes were passed. Let's say if we click one in, you can see our position. You can see our comments on it from last year. You can see who voted for it and against it. And then you can also click in to learn more information about those folks. So we don't have our voter scorecard up yet, but we will, and we do still have it available on other parts of the website. So I can't show you that in this demo, but I will make sure that it's easily navigable when this goes live. And then our last two tabs are some helpful information. The elections tab has information about elections. So we can find if there are any elections going on in our area, and right now there are not. But this has information about voter registration, eligibility, where those need to go in my area. It has information about absentee ballots. And just as a note, if you ever see this map here, you should definitely try clicking Montana, because it'll have some good information, such as in the media tab. So if you find media in your area, that's referring to something within 50 miles. However, if you click the whole state of Montana, you can see all of the newspapers in the state that are in the system. And if I wanted to, I could send a message to all of them at once. Six at a time. All right, so that is our basic demo. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out.